Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Bike over here. Let's cover the news over the Bitcoin mining that's gonna happen in Japan. The largest power company over there, TEPCO, to mine Bitcoin with excess energy. So yes, every energy company will eventually ban over for Bitcoin mining because when you have like massive companies like that, they have nuclear plant, they have all sort of energy. Now they're gonna use them, those excess, right? The waste energy, right? They have to mine Bitcoin so they can provide some revenue, so they can stay afloat because, and also they can lower energy costs for those customers. So just like you see things like they are doing in Africa, right? Just some mini power plant they are using for mining. But this video is gonna be more specific about what is Bitcoin mining and also how do you do it, how beneficial is it. So first, let's have this educational video about mining. Um,
What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin operates as a peer to peer network. This means that everyone who uses Bitcoin is a tiny fraction of the bank of Bitcoin. But where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government. With Bitcoin, miners use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. This provides
the software basically they are called Charter 56, specifically built to mine Bitcoin miner back to mine Bitcoin. You have different of those miners, less efficient, more efficient.
a smart way to issue the currency and also creates an incentive for more people to mine. And since miners are required to approve Bitcoin transactions, more miners means a more secure network. The Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problems, depending on how fast they're being solved. In the early days, Bitcoin miners solved these math problems with the processors in their computers. Soon, miners discovered that graphics cards used for gaming were much better suited to this kind of math. Graphics cards are faster, but they use more electricity and generate a lot of heat.
So what they are saying is basically, he's talking about the difficulty adjustment. Don't stop it there. Just um, let's talk about difficulty adjustment. Basically, when he's saying they want the miners to be more efficient, so they can solve the problem faster and faster. So this is you see this blue line over here. This is the hash rate. Uh, so this is over a period of about this is the hash rate over here, right? So basically, the hash rate is always going up because there's something called difficulty, right? There's a difficulty built in the Bitcoin blockchain. So every 2 weeks, this difficulty, adjust itself, right? So I believe it's every uh, 2016 block. So every 2016 block, you have the difficulty readjusts itself. So approximately two weeks. So the last one was of a year, December 6th. So the difficulty dropped, right? So the difficulty dropped because the hash rate was down, right? So the lower is the hash rate, the more the difficulty drop, and the more the hash rate go. Like the more miners come online, and the more the hash rate, the more the difficulty, basically go up. So not without going too far into that, let's go to mining, right? So first, before I want to show you guys this interesting site, which all basically show you, it's just like a time chain calendar. We consider the Bitcoin blockchain as a time chain, rather than a blockchain. So basically, it's the block the block height is at let me refresh that just to have the accurate uh, block time. It's about 767,983 the block height, and then you have the mempool transactions. You see the rate, and then you have Moscow time, which is basically how many sats you can get per dollar, right? And then you have the supply, which is 19.24 million. That's already available, and the block subsidy 6.25, which is what the miners get every 10 minutes for winning the block. Um, but now let's check on the. I was looking at this. I wanted to share that with you guys. This is the demand for Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin right now globally. This is at this level 16. When it was at all-time high, when it was in the bull run, it was about 19, 34, 19. But now it's at 16, so it's picking up again, right? So um, there's still people interested in knowing what is Bitcoin and how to buy it. So especially in places like Nigeria, Ghana, where there's a lot of inflation. You know, that's why uh, I'm not so interested in showing too many people in the West what is Bitcoin, because in the West the uh, people are basically very comfortable in their with their money, right? So basically that's why they won't have that incentive to learn what it is, right? They just gonna try to ridicule you because you're telling them about it, right? So in places like Nigeria, we have like inflation crazy high, Ghana, right? So like the places where they are suffering, right? They need to know what it is, like United Arab, South Africa, Kenya. You see, there's a lot of places they're looking for something to survive, like places like Turkey, right? They need to know, they need to find something, right, to protect them against inflation, right? They are going there by they want Bitcoin by necessity. That those are the countries are more bullish and for long term growth. And I believe that the next bull run is not gonna be all just institutions buying Bitcoin. It's gonna be more of people around the world accumulating Bitcoin themselves. So by necessity, and also people around the world mining Bitcoin by necessity. So you have the Japanese company starting to mine. This is one of the signs, because these companies they have to they're going to start to provide energy to the network, and this is a good sign because when you have things like that happening. So this is very good, very good, because now these companies are providing energy, they are providing services, and they are providing time and human resources to the network. So this is what could grow the network and will push more and more demand for Bitcoin because of all those values going in. It's not going to be. It's not just like speculation. Speculation is gonna come after, right? When those people in the West gonna start to see the price going up, that's when they're gonna start to pay attention and get FOMO in because they feel like they're gonna miss out, right? So and now let me look into inflation areas. See, Argentina over here is at 88%. So this is current inflation, could be even higher. Just this website, I'm just showing you here. This may not be the most trusted, but this is what they are showing it. Showing right now. Australia 7.27, and you have places like Canada 6.8, Belgium 10, most places like Brazil 5.9, uh, Chile 13, China 2.1, and you have like so I want to show you, you have places that have like even crazier inflation numbers. Turkey is at 84%. Think about that. Hey, so it's crazy out there. It's very important that you really protect yourself. Hey, so if you go, United States is at 7.1%. Right. So anyways, next, I was talking about mining, right? This is miners in Amazon. Um, it seems to miners start to getting the price start to go down. Those miners used to be at 5,000 minimum. Now they are at 2,000 average. So that's a good sign because as normal, mining revenue drop and more miners in the market, more mining companies going bankrupt. So push the price down. I wouldn't buy an S9 right now, especially at those prices. That's crazy high. So if you do the calculation, let's say you are in US, the average price for electricity in the US is about 16.32 cents per kilowatt hour, right? So if you do that, you put that number over here, right? 16.30, 16.3 per kilowatt hour. That's how much you would spend, and then this is the currency here, and then let's say you put the S19J Pro, say 100 terahash, and then you put 1 year, you would see how much money you would make in US. So this is crazy high. You would lose $5.5 a day. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. If you multiply that by um, you know, you multiply by that by 30, that's about 165 a day. You would be losing a month. That would be 165 a month. That's not a good business to be in. So that's why it's very important that you know before you get into mining what you're putting yourself into. That's a very risky business. Um, People will be more profitable in mining would be people with excess energy, people with like who has like oil well and they have excess natural gas they wanna um, you know they wanna get rid of, right? So they use those miners to consume those energy. So at that point they don't have to spend for the energy, right? So they have it for free. So basically whatever the miner provide as revenue. So it's the profit, right, they make. For example, if you're miner, let's say you miner your S9, let's go down to S19, right? So whatever your S19 make, stay for you, right? So you don't have to spend that in electricity, costs, right? So I'm just looking for this then they say S9, it's over here. So you're at 104 terahash. So you would be losing, right? So you would be losing $2.3 a day. So if let's click on this, you see how much money you would make. The income would be $6.5 a day. So it would be about 195 a day, right? And if you don't have to pay anything for electricity, that would you would keep that, right? You can keep that for yourself, 195. But unfortunately, you would have to pay even more for electricity, right? Um, when you look at how much you would have to pay for electricity, right? So let's say you're paying basically 1.47 for electricity. You would be making $5 a day. right? So that this is a little bit I don't understand like what they are saying here. So basically, yeah. So this is the profit you would make a day. Okay, so this is what they are showing me here. You'll be making $5 of profit. But here they said you would be making $2 negative $2. So I assume that would be depend on your power electricity rate. But it's just like this is just to say the electricity is very the mining industry is very difficult at this point. You will be losing money, uh, to by getting. Let's do the calculation here to see how much money you would be losing this $5 a day, right? So this is the fact here, right? So maybe if you're in places like Canada, you may be spending, I would say, 11 cents. Yes, 11 Canadian cents. That would be, um, like divided by 1.3. That would be 0.8, right? So if you're spending 0.8, let's say 84, 0.8, 0.08, right? So 0.8084 in electricity, right? So okay, so this is how much money you would be making over here. So you're making 22 cents a day. Maybe this is maybe this is uh, applicable, right? Maybe this is applicable, but in other than that, this is really really difficult to do, right? So this is very very difficult to do. That's why it's important for you to understand what you're getting into, and also even with this profit, right? Think about how much money, how much time it's gonna take you to, um, you know, um, to make that money back, right? So it'll be very difficult to make that money back, right? So that's why, it's good to, even if in a year you'd be making only $80, right? In terms of in fiat, right? That would be very difficult. So this is a mining, basically mining place where you can go buy in miners. Steel price is high. I have 1600. Right, so that's crazy. Uh, prices are very very high. I wouldn't get into mining like maybe S19. Yeah, you just pay it for maybe 100 $200 maximum. I rather just take that money buy the Bitcoin itself instead of putting into a miner that it's a business that's so difficult. And but by the way, I myself I just run a S9. It's just for fun, but it's still difficult, and I'm very scared of this type of business. But for you guys, just for you to know, right, before you get into mining. So you have this profitability for this website. This is uh, how much? 255 terahash. Now this is too much. Let's say you have 110, you'll be losing $1 a day. That's very 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 hard. So it's very hard to make profit in Bitcoin mining. We already see that. And then let's say this was the video I was showing you guys. And then the last thing I want to show you, this is basically places you can get the miner like eBay. You can see the prices. You can check for the prices. Let's say 100, 200 shouldn't be too bad for S19 Pro, right? If you have excess energy, yes, but if not, it's stay away, in my opinion. So yeah, maybe if you have a place you want to warm up, you want to warm your house, you could use those devices. So these are very useful. if you don't want to hear the noise, right? These are very good to help you with the noise, right? So S9, S19, S19, S19J, L7, D7. So the last thing I want to show you guys, this is just a website. It's just the stock to flow. The stock to flow over here. Um, we have prices drop. It's so funny to see how the people are complaining when the price is somewhat below the average, the average line over here, the blue line. So when the price left this blue line back in 2014 and they went all the way up, and people wouldn't like, there wasn't like we didn't have like people really complain about the how the chart is wrong, but people were complaining when the price dropped. They complain the price, the chart is wrong. But anyway, I don't believe in the chart. I think it's just like it's irrelevant, because when you think about it, Bitcoin is scarce. If like all the millionaires and start accumulate, um, you wouldn't have much Bitcoin left on exchanges. So that's one of the things. One of the things is just like you can't really make a chart. You can't really um, make a chart about Bitcoin to say, oh, this is the framework, or you put it inside a frame, or this is what the price should be at this point. It's not possible in my opinion. But just for fun, we look at this. It's an average. It's approximating a price of a million in the starting in 463 days, right? Maybe a year and a half in about 2025. Um, I'll take it. I'll take it. Anyways, let's look at the next halving is at um, 494 days, less than 500 days. The next halving, amazing, right? So amazing. It's gonna be April 25th, 2024. So yes, I hope you guys enjoy. This was Fire Cover, and I'll see you again. Please comment, like, subscribe, and then yes, guys. So check out this website. It should show you how much sites you can get uh, uh, every for your dollars. And I forgot to mention the uh, DCA BTC because um, this is one of the most important things out there. I wanted to show you guys as well because right now I was talking about mining, but the most important thing it's more about DCA. DCA is even better, 10 times better than getting a miner. Like I used to think that maybe you get a miner, you mine it yourself, and you get your own coin. But the problem with that is like it's so much expensive. It's like the rate is so much. Like unless if you have excess power, right, yourself, you can mine. But I mean, the best trick now is just getting it, buying it. Just buy DCA, stock sats, just mine fiat, and then buy it on exchanges. That is better. $10 every week, and if you was doing that for the past 7 years, let's say, um, for the past 7 years, this is how much you would be getting. You'd be getting $63,000, and it would be 150 sats. It would be about like 1.5 Bitcoin right now. Let's say you do that for 9 years, that puts you at uh, that would put you at 189,000. And if you did that for 10 years, let's say since 2010, right? So if you do that since 2010, so that would put you at $3 million. You see, so this is the trick here. You wanna stack sats, stay humble. So you do that $100, so that would put you at $36 million, right? So take your time, convert it into something scarce, so you can save for yourself and your family for the future. Anyways, guys, this was Bike Over, and I will see you again in the next video. Bike Over.